I think it's called the cow or the cat. I used to do these a lot back in the day. Let's bring it back. So the first thing you're going to do, you just get down onto all fours, get in that neutral position. Going to go into the cow first. We're going to let the stomach drop. It's almost like the tailbone's going to raise to the sky. We're going to let that stomach drop to the ground. We're going to let the shoulders push away from the ears and then rotate the head back. And it's almost like you're looking at a cow from the side, its structure, right? And then you come back down in the neutral position, roll right through it. You're getting into the kind of the Halloween cat, right? And you let it go. Drive that ground away from you with your hands and your knees and arch that back up. And then the trick to this is you gotta clench those abs together, right? And that's how you get that last little push. And then come back down to the neutral position. That's one. However, when we're doing these, we're also going to work on breathing. This is a great time to focus on some of your breathing patterns. So we're going to inhale into the cow, hold for 2, exhale into the cat, and hold for 3. So ready? Get back into your position. We're going to inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. We're going to exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clench those abs. Now 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. That's 1 rep. We're going to do 10 of those. And that's kind of the cat-cow. This one's going to be the stretch and flex. We're going to get down flat on the ground. All right. My toes are going to point out, but my heels can be on the ground. That's fine. The big thing is I'm really pushing those away. I'm really pushing them. You see how that goes? And then I'm going to reach over and let myself go flat, right? And my hands are reaching away from me and my toes are reaching away from me. And then I'm going to lock in that core and make my back. Now, you see how I can get my hand in here? In this position while I'm reaching above me and pointing those toes away, I'm going to lock it in flat, right? So lock it in. Keep reaching with those hands, keep reaching with pointing those toes, and keep that baby locked in flat. And count to 10. That's a 10 count. You can do 10 of those, 10 counts. That's the stretch and flex. All right, now the more popular, the plank, right? So what we usually see is that plank on the elbows right there. That's very common. I'm typically up on my hands, because I do find myself finding muscle failure during the APFT. So I like to just stay in the front-leaning rest when I'm doing these. It's very simple. You're just locked in. Remember, we rotated. We don't want that huge arch right here. We want to suck that belly button in and make sure we're engaging the core. Some modifications you can do are all going to be advanced from there. So you can do what I just did a minute ago. You can go down, 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself back up, 3, 2, 1, and that's how you can do your whole minute, 2 minutes, whatever. Do it by reps. Or you can come in and you stay in your plank and you can just do the marching, 5-second hold, 3-second hold, whatever, to each their own. Or you can do the plank jacks, hop with your legs out, bring them back in, take them out, back in, take them out, back in. Try not to let that butt go up and down, right? So once we get out of the plank, we can go into the side plank. So side plank, of course, you can do it on your elbow, or you can come up into the T-cross. I like to go into the T-cross. Couple modifications here, advancements, I guess, as you get into that strong T-cross and you're out. So you can either stay here and hold it, you can lift your leg up, you can bring it down. You can do elbow to knee touches, right? Elbow to knee touches. That's really about it for your side plank. You can get creative with those things. You can do just about anything to make them tougher. Next is your mountain climber. Always ensure you use good form with this, right? I like to start people off slow, sneak it into your warm-ups. And then sneak it into your workouts. Speeding these up are great for your workout, but don't forget the muscles are much more activated during slower activation during concentric and eccentric. movements, right? So the mountain climber, we all know what it is, right? We get up in there, boom, you're here, and then we just bring the one leg forward, right? And we're used to the tap. Boom, 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 boom. Good, that's not how we're gonna do it. We're gonna bring one leg up at a time. We're gonna bring it through and cross it just a little bit, either to your midsection, you can bring it outside, bring it to your midsection, or you can cross it, right? Same with the other leg. Boom, boom, right? Outer, everything. So the mountain climber, try slowing it down, make it an actual exercise. The only other way to get a little more tricky with it is to bring it up, and then you're gonna bring your opposing leg across and touch it with your elbows. So you're gonna do knee elbow touches. So you're locked in and you're just gonna touch them, bring them back out, lock them in, touch them. Since abs are kind of hard to hit, I like the idea of just kind of out, in. My foot never touches until it does all three. Out, mid, across, right? Try those. That's how I like to do my mountain climb. The Deadbug. This is kind of new to me. Just recently saw it actually in our gym. So, Deadbug, right? So I'm gonna give you a couple versions. Get down, the back's flat. Bring both legs up, bring both hands up. Leave the back flat. Let's take them down to a 90-90-90. If this is your first time, bring it up. Keep your hands down, whatever. Just take that one leg out. Don't let it touch though. Bring it back in. Take it out, bring it back in. That's the easiest way to do it. Second is just bring them up, take one all the way down, bring it back up, take it down, boom. Now let's get into the full actual dead bug. Everything's up, everything's locked in, my back's flat, my shoulders are rolled back. I'm gonna take my left leg and my opposing right hand and let them both go down. Keeping that back flat, back up, right foot, left hand, back's flat, full extension, don't touch the ground, back up. Now, you can go fast, boom, boom, boom. That's great, as long as you keep a nice, consistent, controlled movement if you want to go fast. Just remember, if you go too fast, you become a swinging motion, and you're not actually engaging your abs for the entire workout. You kind of start getting a little bit of momentum, your back will start arching off the ground.
So the hollow rock, hold, right side, left side, some of you guys already got a piece of this. We did the gut buster. So it's a good one, very isometric move. Just because we get a little bit of a dynamic rock in there, it's still isometric.
So we're gonna get down, as we've done plenty of times before. We're gonna get that back flat, right? Set that belly button in. I'm gonna get my arms up. I'm gonna take my shoulders just a little bit off the ground. I'm gonna get those feet off the ground. Now it's up to you. The lower you go, the more you're trying to curl up. I come up to about maybe 2 feet off the ground. I get myself a little rocking, right? And then I lock it in. Nothing moves. Nothing moves. Your body stays in position. Then you just hold that movement. Now, hollow hold. What's that? Just don't move. Boom. You got your hollow hold. Your back is flat. Your feet are gently off the ground. Anywhere from 6, 24 inches, right? And then my shoulder blades are just off the ground. Hollow rock, hollow hold. Right and left hand side. Easy peasy, hitting those obliques, right? So I'm in the hold, just throw your legs over, lock them out, however high you want, as long as you don't come up here, however high you want, and then reach the other direction. Legs are going to the right, shoulders are going to the left. Now neither one of my shoulder blades are touching the ground, I'm off, and I'm just holding it. Obviously just switch over for the other side.
Hollow rock, hollow hold, right side, left side.
All right, next exercise is the Pallof Press. Now, you might have had to look this up. I've been doing it a lot for a very long time. Never knew what to call it, didn't care, it was a good workout. So I had to Google it myself. Again, here at Ground Zero, there's no levels. You choose your level. So the Pallof Press is what came up when I Googled it. So it's very simple. Resistance band, you have this, or maybe you have a therapy band, doesn't matter. You just tie a knot in it. Just tie a knot in it, put the knot over through your door jamb, hook it over the door, pinch it in there. Now you have your anchor. If you don't like to put knots on your resistance bands, because I don't, it's unnecessary stress on your band, I just loop something around it, slip it over my door, pinch it in the door, and now I'm not putting any unnecessary twists or anything into my band. Just that's me, you know, I like to take care of the longevity of my stuff. I have a good anchor point here. You can go high, you can go low, you can go neutral, right? So I chose something just below my shoulders. It's kind of where I like it the most. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get my shoulders lined right in with that anchor point. If you need something a little easier, step back a little bit and you'll have less tension. You'll see when I got the band right here in the palm, you can interlace your fingers, double fist over, I interlace my fingers, and then I'm loose right here. I'm going to step out about half a step, you know. The more you step out, the more resistance, because now I'm going to push away from myself, which gives me an angled resistance with my anchor point. So I push out harder, 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 harder. I'm not twisting, right? I'm bringing it back in, easier, 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 right? Now if I step back from my anchor point and I push out, I don't actually get it out as far as I just did a minute ago. When I come back, I'm in the center right now. I'm at the least amount of resistance I created for myself with the lateral step. So when I bring it back all the way to myself, it almost releases some of the tension. So you can get a little closer, get it out there. You probably need to take half a step out. Now you want to make sure you're in like a good athletic stance. My knees are a little bit bent. You know, I'm in it. I'm almost like anybody who's done the plyometric drills with me, you know, you're in that like athletic stance. Almost everything I'm doing with my core, I'm in an athletic stance. That helps me control my hips, helps me control my shoulders, and ultimately with both of those, with every break in one of those joints, I'm just creating more tension for my core, for my torso to do some work. So that is the Pallof Press. The only addition to that is to do the banded twist. So very easy, you can step out, you can twist high, right? You can twist neutral, boom. You can twist low, put the band wherever you want. You can do your 10 full twists. Again, I don't like to go real fast. I like to control them when I'm doing this. I like to control it. Then you can stop after your 10, do your 10 Pallof presses, and get a little bit of extra work out of that. Pallof press and the Pallof press with a twist. Alright, so obliques. Not going to insult anybody's intelligence. I'm not going to lay down on my side and do little oblique crunches. But while I am hitting the oblique crunch, I just want to hit how to do it the way I like to do it with resistance or weight, right? So what I see a lot of times is a 45-pound plate or a big old hefty dumbbells. What I have here is a big old hefty 60-pound kettlebell, and here I am doing my oblique crunches. 1, 2, 3, crushing it, right? Bam, 7, 8, so easy, right? Why is it easy? 1, watch what my hips are doing. Look at them. It's easy. It's easy just to let them swing back and forth. My shoulders are here. My hips are here. The muscles are in between. I need to contract my shoulders and my hips to the side, utilizing that muscle. Somewhere I need resistance. Shoulders, hips. I need one of these babies to have some mad resistance, right? Well, my feet are anchored into the ground, so it's not my hips. So now I have my shoulders. That's why we're holding this. So, oh, the weight, the resistance is opposite of the contraction. That's what I like to have. Yeah, you're trying to hit your right hand side, the weight's in your left hand. Big deal. You did it, bro. Good for you. No, it's not. The weight and the resistance is pulling down towards the ground. I need it pulling away from my shoulders that way so that I can pull it that way. To get this perfect, you really got to like roll the shoulders back, lock in, get your feet in, and you really got to focus, right? Boom, you really got to focus on that contraction. I can still do about 20, 25 of these. Ain't no way with my obliques I should be doing 20, 25 reps with 60-pound resistance. You know why? I don't have 60 pounds resistance. By the time all this weight transfers through all this all this body and all the different muscle groups involved, I'm losing that 60-pound resistance. There ain't no way I'm pulling 60 pounds doing it that way. Because what we can do is find ourselves an anchor, the cable machine when the gym's about to open back up. I take it, put it right behind my head. I get into an athletic stance because now I got muscular engagement all through here, so it doesn't let my hips. If I lock my legs out, my hips just want to swing. And gosh darn it, I just can't get contraction like that. So I get in the athletic stance, I lock those hips where I want them, and I get that concentric movement. Get that contraction in there. I can feel all those muscles engaged. Sometimes you just reach down and touch them. You can feel them engaging. Cool, cool. You can turn around and do regular ab crunches. Oh, but your anchor, it's not exactly opposite, right? So my contraction needs to go here. I need something here. Bada boom, bada bing, got it. And now I can hit those abs, right? And get those good crunches in. And I can hit those reps. So the big thing is like you really got to get creative sometimes when you're thinking about hitting those obliques and using some type of resistance. So give the anchored band a little bit of a try. Next time you get to the gym, give the cable assembly. I put the cable, right about here. Get that cable assembly a little try. Load some weight up on there and crank it, right? Again, slow concentric movements. Even when you're coming back up, hold that baby. Let it come back up on you. So that's how I like to hit the obliques.